Will President Trump's tariffs affect new construction and the housing market? So I'm going to focus specifically on new construction here. And we know that there's tariffs being levied against all sorts of foreign nations. And what we have to look at is how that's going to affect building materials that are imported. So specifically, you want to look at Canadian lumber here. And Canadian softwood lumber, 30% of it is imported, and that's commonly used in new construction. And of that 30% of the supply that's imported, 80% comes from Canada. So that could be something with the Canadian tariffs that are being levied and proposed. It could affect the cost of new construction. According to the Cotility chief economist Selma Hepp, this is the company formerly known as CoreLogic, that these tariffs could increase construction costs anywhere from 4 to 6%. And if you're looking at the percentage of Canadian softwood lumber that's imported, it's a high percentage of that. And the National Association of Home Builders is estimating this will raise the cost of new homes by $9,200 on the sale price. So about a $10,000 increase. And then there's other factors like steel and appliances and light fixtures that are imported from foreign nations that we have to look at as well. That's the biggest data that we've seen. And the Cotility chief economist is also predicting we're going to see a 10% increase in material prices. So that all translates into the National Association of Home Builders $9,200 increase in the average new construction sale price. So to give you some perspective, in the greater Philadelphia area, I broke down the average cost of new construction to see what we're actually looking at here. In Philadelphia, the average cost is a little over $785,000 in 2024. In Chester County, the average sale price for new construction is $737 and change last year. Delaware County, it's $1,037,000 and change. Montgomery County, $705,000. And Bucks County is $855,000. So we're looking at a little over 1% in the suburban counties and in Philadelphia, with the exception of Delaware County. So that's really what kind of impact we're going to see. So in addition to the projected increase in pricing of 3 to 5% a year, that could bump up the prices on new construction. Now, new construction is also very pricey in our marketplace. Our average sale price hovers in the mid-4s, so seeing that, it's going to affect the high-end market a little more. So knowing all of this, there's some things to consider here. Yeah, prices are going to go up, especially if these tariffs stick. There's a question if they're actually going to stick. A lot of economists like Logan Mohtashami at Housing Wire view this as it's a negotiating point. And the administration, what they're doing is they are talking about tariffs to get what they actually want, or to have equal tariffs on imports and exports so that we're not operating at a deficit in the U.S. Now, whether that strategy is right or wrong, that's not what I'm going to debate with you here or explain. I don't know how permanent these are going to be. And this may be a negotiating ploy by the administration to get what they actually want. So what we're going to have to look at here is that, yeah, the cost of imports and construction will go up. There's some projection and data around that. It's a little more than 1%, and that's going to affect when you're buying a new home. It can also affect a resale property because there's materials involved. There's things you're going to be doing to renovate those properties when you buy them. We know a lot of home buyers go in and do a lot of renovation work anyway over time. So yeah, there's going to be an effect here, and it's probably too early to tell to see what's actually going to happen here, and it's something you're going to have to monitor, which is all the more reason you want to talk to a local agent that can explain this stuff to you. So the tariffs could have an impact. There's some projections around it. We'll see what happens, and we'll monitor this very closely.